Alright, so we got P43E, Asus. Go for the power jack repair. We are at powerjackrepair.net or powerjackrepair.org, specialize in fixing those connectors right there. If your connector is faulty, you would probably have to wiggle the plug like that to make it work. In this case, you would have to push it downwards to make the connection. If you let it go, the connection would stop. So that's what we fixed, the connector inside of the laptop. And that video is about fixing it. It's P43E, 19 volts, 3.42 amps. It's one of the most common systems because Asus uses one type of jack on most of those, and those are extremely faulty and prone to failure. So we're taking it apart. Again, you could buy the part from us at laptopport.com, or you could get the laptop fixed at powerjackrepair.net. or powerjackrepair.org. Alright, you need to remove the hard drive carefully. Basically, if you send us just the motherboard, we charge $60 to fix it. If you send us the whole laptop, it's $100 to fix it. If you're pulling out the hard drive before shipping it to us, you need to be prying this guy upwards right here and pull it that way. So basically, using this guy, you need to be sliding this guy this way. So that way you won't break the connector for the hard drive. If you break this connector, it's not fixable again. Right. Come on. This guy right here, this hinge lifts like that. So you have to put some sort of prying tool in the middle here and flip it like that. Don't pull it, don't basically break this stuff. If you break it, the touchpad won't work. So you put a prying bar in there and you lift it up, so it's like that, snaps up. All right. So we remove that cable. Same thing here. You connect it like that and flip it like that. Alrighty. Don't forget the 3 screws right here. Okay. Okay. Be extremely careful with this cable. You break it, you probably won't find another cable like that anywhere. Okay. That, so basically put the fingers in there, into the CD-ROM slot, and basically like push it upwards with the fingers. If it's not going, that means you forgot to screw someplace. So just double checking to make sure nothing is left. Everything seems to be alright. Alright, so something is right there, is holding it for sure. So flipping it over, and we want to double check this guy right here. Alright, so you see right there is the screw. So big screw. Okay, so whenever you lift it up, don't put too much pressure, otherwise. Okay, this is the jack that's usually faulty right here. Okay. Flip it up as before, remove the cable. The secret here, this is the most important cable here. You need to lift this guy up like that. It's glued in, so you have to kind of remove a little bit of glue. Like that. Don't pull it slowly. You have to do it extremely slowly. Take your time on this one. Because if you break this cable, something not going to be good with the screen. It's not going to be working just fine. So here, remove this piece. Remove the cable up. Alright, and now you could remove this LCD cable. So removing it like it doesn't want to go, so like that and like that. Remove it from both hands, like this way. When you're putting it back together, don't forget this cable. It's for your speakers. Alright, so you have to kind of move it this way. And now, don't forget the screw right there. Okay. Alrighty. And now we're lifting it up slowly. Alright, so if you look closely, you will see there is a hairline crack right here. So when you move it up down, you will see a little crack right in the back of the dead jack right there. And that's where it doesn't make the connection. I will desolder the connector right now and I'll show you a bit closer, but this is where it's at. Alright, usually what I use is the hot air station right here, hot air station right there, it's a custom made station that we did here, or the infrared station right there, But because most of you probably don't have so much money to put into one of the stations, I will try to show you how it's done using just a regular soldering iron, like this one, nothing special, just a regular soldering iron, and desoldering tape. So if it's not gonna go well enough and if the video is gonna become bigger, I will probably use one of those stations to help me out a bit. So make sure you have the glasses on, power up the fumes because fumes are toxic. Let's put this guy right here. So So you see, that's the point right here. This is where this thing breaks. So that crack right there, that's supposed to be part of the jack. I will show you in a minute. I will just take this guy out. Alright, so this is how it's supposed to look like, and this is where it's faulty, right there. You see, this is one piece, and that's how the damage is done. So we put this guy in there. Like that. Like that. Okay. Sometimes this pin shorts on the casing, so what we do is we cut it slightly, so it wouldn't be shorting. Alright. And that's the soldering job for you. If you decide to send us just the motherboard, it's going to be 60 bucks to fix it. That includes the shipping back to you, the labor, the parts, everything. Basically, just send the motherboard and 60 bucks. We will put a new connector onto the motherboard. We're basically going to remove the old one, put the new one in. It's going to be 60 bucks total. Alright, it's a brand new connector from the same manufacturer as the original one. Same everything. You see, we don't put anything here aftermarket. It's exactly the same piece. So, also, if you're sending just the motherboard, take the heatsink off. Make sure to take this guy off completely, because this heatsink damages. If the box get dropped, the heatsink, you see, gets bent right there usually, and it can scratch the motherboard in some way. If you're sending just the motherboard, don't send us the power supply. The power supply can damage the motherboard too. So let me put it all back together. Alright, okay. Alright, so we have to add a little bit more thermal compound, because the heatsink right here, this is dry right now. So I don't want my client to call me and tell me that the processor is overheated after we replace the jack on it. So the little thermal paste never did anything bad to anybody. Don't spread it all over like here. We'll just like spread it just a little bit on top. So plug in the fan. Make sure you don't break this fan connector when you're pulling out the cable. If you break this fan connector, ship it to us. We're probably gonna fix it, but no guarantees. I mean, we will fix it, but it's a lot of painful work. So, all right, screw the 4 screws. It says 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what it usually says on those heatsinks. 3 and 4. 2, 3, 4. Now, the reason this issue happened is because of this fan, this heatsink, the thing that heats up the most in the laptop, dissipates the heat. It sits right next to the jack, so it melts those points right there. It's reward of the Asuses. So the way how you can avoid it in the future is really simple. That tape costs like, it does cost money, but it's called the thermal tape. Thermal tape does not conduct any heat through it. So what I do to my clients' laptops, not only me but everybody who works here, we basically put the thermal tape on top here so that nothing would be heating up the jack. So it makes an extra heating barrier for the heat to blow out and not gather here anywhere. Now on this side we always put the regular tape on top because the top cover of the laptop is metal, so when people start to wiggle it too much, that rear pin starts to touch the metal part on top and it makes a short and a spark and fumes go out all over the place. So I don't want to be sued for people's laptops catching fire in the future. So we insulated everything here. This motherboard will never catch fire. This jack will never be heating up again. It's a brand new jack. It's like new. Nothing has been damaged, as you have seen, right? We do it all day, every day. So that's all we do. I mean, we also do some iPhone repairs, but that's for local clients usually. So, but for the motherboard issues, for the jack issues, all work is done by mail. Clients usually ship us the laptop, we fix it, and we send it back to them. Again, $100 includes everything, the labor, the parts, and the shipping back to you. We ship back by UPS ground. To Alaska and Puerto Rico and Hawaii, we charge extra $20 for the shipping back because shipping a laptop by priority mail postal service costs a lot more money than UPS ground, and UPS ground costs a lot more money to Hawaii and Alaska and Puerto Rico. Make sure you connect the speaker cable, otherwise the speakers won't work. Make sure you connect this cable right here, otherwise the USB ports won't work. Make sure the clamp sits really tight, and connect the LCD cable slowly, accurately. Don't damage anything here. Like, slide it from both sides. Like that. Alright, and put the tape on top. Alright, so I am having a walk-in client coming in right now. So this repair might take a little bit longer, so just hold on 1 second. And I can pause this video. So hey.
I think my charger port here is not working. I'm not getting a charge with my plug, so.
Right. Should take about 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna come back to it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You need this, or you just want to hold on to it?
Just leave it here.
Okay.
If you want to write down something.
Okay.
You know that this is not the right one,
When I bought this, it had a number of different adapters.
right? And this is one.
And that was the best one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, get the minutes. Thank
Sure,
you, sir.
thank you. Yep. Alright, so let me come back. I got exactly the same model right here waiting for me. The working client just brought in. So again, we're doing here, if you don't believe me, exactly the same laptop. Alright. So let me finish this laptop first. Since you guys watching this video, let's connect this right here. Tape it off a little bit so that it won't be flying around. Okay, connected everything. This guy should be flipped open. Okay. What's up? Уже вот привет компьютер. So.
Долго там написано? Ну сколько же?
Alright, so the battery is out, powers up and works. Here is the battery.